Hi everybody, hope you're all doing real well today. It's time for part 5 of the Takom St. Chamond uh, late type 1917. It's kit 2012. Um, had a few fit issues. As careful as I was lining up all those parts, when I went on to start fitting pieces to the next step, a lot of things didn't fit. So I had to kind of do a little bit of a step backwards. And I think I got it all sorted out. I'll show you what I'm doing. I've got one side fixed, and I'll fix the other side so you guys can see what I'm doing. I should have looked a little farther ahead in the instructions, I guess. I, maybe could have avoided this, but I followed the directions as close as I could, and this is where I ended up. Anyway, sounds like somebody's here. Well, or maybe just somebody walking. A lot of dogs barking in the neighborhood. Anyway, let's go down to the other camera and we'll take a look and see where I'm at now. Alrighty, guys. Way back in step 14, we fitted these actually, there's five parts here. Okay. And then later on in step 18, we fitted these 4 parts here. After that, we fitted 1 part here and these 2. Okay. But in step 20, they want you to put this part on here that goes the full length of all these. Yeah, I was real careful. You guys saw me on the tape with the square, lining all these parts up as best I could. Obviously, the location, pins on this side were not terribly accurate because when I went to fit this on, nothing fit. So I was able to, I removed these 5 pieces here, and then I was really careful with the glue, and I would put a little glue on these, and I would kind of slowly put pressure on them and move them around till I got everything to line up. And it worked okay, and then I glued these back in. And then I put these 5 rollers in. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they wanted you to actually have these free to rotate, which I don't really see any point with a static display. But it was just too fiddly to try and fit this and hold all this. I guess I could have done something with some blue tack or something just to temporarily hold them in place. But I got this side all done. I went back and I removed all the pieces from in between on this side, and then I moved. I put a little glue on these again to soften them up, and I just really gently moved these back and forth until I could get all the locating places in here to line up. And then I need to glue this on, and then I'll go back and I'll glue those other 5 flat parts back on. So let's go ahead and do that. Kind of tricky to hold it, it's so delicate to get it back in its place, but there's some locating tabs, and these didn't fit in the tabs either. I had to actually kind of sand these a little bit just to get them narrow enough to where they would go in where they needed to be. So we've got all 4 of these pretty well lined up now. I just need to get them glued on to where I can get the other parts back in. So a little work here with holding things. We'll do one and we'll let it kind of firm up, and then we'll move down the line and we'll go ahead and get the rest of them back on. It wasn't real hard getting these other parts off. I tore 1 or 2 a little bit, but just really slowly with the glue and a little real slow, even pressure, and eventually they were able to come off. There's the first one back in place. I need to hold it just a little bit longer. till it kind of firms up on me a little bit. Okay, then we'll go ahead and do number 2. I don't want to get, oops, I don't want to get my fingers in the glue. If I was to do this again, I would have probably just put this one and this one on and then got this attached and then come back and put these in the middle and then gone back and done the flat ones. It's just so much easier than the way Takom instructed you to do it. And we need to make sure this is sitting fairly straight. That quick setting, it firms up pretty fast. Like I better put a little more on this end here. I don't know any of you guys, if you're into ships too much or not, but that new Yamato came up recently, the 1/200 scale. My buddy over at Autoscale Modeling just got one. He's going to be doing a unboxing, I think, this weekend. So if you're at all interested in seeing a really, really big ship being unboxed, go check out his channel. I'll put a link in the description. It's going to be quite a build. I think it's 2,800 plus parts, something along those lines. Okay, I think we're good on that now. There was just no way of lining all of those parts up all at the same time. Now it should just be a simple matter of going back and dropping these in and gluing them down. We still have lots and lots of pieces to put on this. Whoop. Since this tank was built, at the very beginning of the age of tanks, I guess you'd call it, they really didn't know what they were doing or what to expect. They didn't know what kind of suspension and things that would be required on the battlefield, especially with trench warfare. And unfortunately, this particular tank and several others that were built, the suspensions were really, really frail. They just broke really quickly and kind of put them out of commission. They're not like the British Mark tanks that basically had no suspension at all. I'm sure the ride was better in these, but the breakdown rate I think was probably really, really high. That's one there I tore a little bit, and that one there, but I don't think it'll hurt a thing. Nope. Use a different pair of tweezers. Okay, the last one. Yep. Yes, they are fiddly. Maybe I'll get some glue on there and then try and set it in place. Okay, a little glue on this end. And that's what it's supposed to look like with this bar all the way down. And this is kind of a prominent piece. You'll see that, you know, on the side of the suspension. So it needs to be on there straight. You know, you don't want it running up and down or crooked or anything. So it's going to have to be put on there real well. Just a little more to make sure. Okay, that's got that back on. After all that trouble, now what I need to do is put these 5 rollers on this side. Now they're pinned to roll, but there's no way that I'm going to be able to put them in like that on the front 2. Maybe, yeah, the front 2 I can, but the back ones, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to clip this little tab off of here and then kind of just work them in and glue them. Let me get a wider pair of tweezers. Let's see here. So we're just going to have to kind of cheat on that just a tiny little bit. Okay, and put some regular on there. Even that one, the end probably should be trimmed some more. I think it'll be okay. Okay, the next one, probably the same thing. Boy, somebody's walking around the neighborhood. Anytime somebody walks around, the neighbor dog and our dog get really excited. Okay. Okay, now we're back to where we should be. That finishes step 20. I'm going to give this a few minutes to firm up, and I'll get the parts out for the next step, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're going to continue on with step 21. This one's really easy. Of course, that's what I thought about the last one. Just kidding. Okay. Just the important thing is to make sure that we keep everything nice and straight. A18, we've got two. A16, we have two. And A30, we have two. So only 6 parts. Let me get rid of the glasses again. So first thing we do is this goes on just like so. Okay. And let's see. Let's use the quick setting here. Make sure everything's nice and straight. And then our dry sprocket will go on next. Okay, and then we've got one piece of steel here, or it would have been steel in the original. It will go on. Like so. Okay. And this needs to go in there. Just hang on to it for a little bit longer here. I'm going to go ahead and stop here for a second, and I'll hold this, and then I'll just do the same on the other side, and then I'll be right back, okay? Thanks, guys. Got lots more little bitty parts to put on. Okay, that's step 21 all finished. Got the drive sprockets on and this bar. So we're going to set that aside for a few minutes and let that dry. And we'll go on to step 22. This one should be real easy. It's just 4 pieces. Okay. These are A17 and A19. Okay, and in this step, all we do is we put them together like so. Try not to break anything. Okay. Looks good. I guess I should go ahead and glue those. I don't see any reason why not, just to make sure they don't pop out. There's one. Okay. There's the other. Okay. Now these, I believe we're not going to use for a little while. Yeah, we've got a couple of steps to do first with more little fiddly parts. So let's go ahead and put these in a container. And we'll set them back there and we'll go on to step 23. Okay. This is part E19 right here. I'm just trying to orient it the same direction as the drawing. So we've got this, and we've got D21, which goes like so. D23, it goes like so. D25, okay, which is going to go like this. Very, very strange. D17 is going to go like this. D18 will go like this. And I'm missing a part. I'm missing D25. Where did it go? Maybe I forgot to take it off the sprue. It happens. I did mark it off. Let's just take a quick look here and make sure I didn't mix it up. No, it's D40. Let me look real quick. There it is. Even my system. There it is right there. Now wait a minute. That says D25. Maybe that's where I messed up. This is D40. It goes there. This is D25 and goes here. Okay. Lots of little parts. Let me clean this up real quick. Okay. I generally use a file for my little nibs and things. I only use sanding when I'm really getting down to the fine stuff. A little bit of a separating point there. Okay, that looks good. So this goes here. Now you're probably wondering what this is all about. Me too. The way things go together, this is supposed to set about like that. This is actually what the main bottom of the tank is going to look like, believe it or not. So Let me just double check and make sure that I've got everything oriented the correct direction, because I don't want to have any issues. Okay, it all looks correct. So what I'll have to do is one at a time glue these parts to this big part here, and I just hope that the locating pins are accurate enough that it keeps everything where it needs to be. Okay. Okay. So we'll go here. Place for a second. Okay. We still have lots and lots of parts to add to the bottom of this. Whoever designed it, which I've heard that it's based on the Holt tractor design, they didn't anticipate trench warfare. They did not for a minute think about how much abuse the suspension on these things were going to take, and they built them kind of spindly, like you would think, like a Model A or a Model T, for example. They were fairly durable, but they sure looked kind of spindly. Rather interesting. Okay. I could imagine this stuff getting bent and broken really, really quickly out on the battlefield. Okay, there's those four. getting some really kind comments from you guys. It seems like there's a fair number of people that are interested in this tank, just because I guess it's kind of unique. I appreciate that. If you guys are watching this and you haven't subscribed, I would really, really appreciate it if you did. Doesn't cost anything, just takes a minute, and then you'll get notifications when I put another video out. Okay, now if that isn't a dainty little part for a bottom of an army tank, that should complete step 23. Okay, so we're going to set that aside for just a little bit. And let's take a look at 24. Oh, of course, we have more parts to go on this. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop for a few minutes here, guys, and let this kind of set up, and then we've got probably another 7 or 8 pieces to put on here, and then those wheels go on and a few other things. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys. Excuse me. Still got just a little bit of tickle from that cold I had the other day. This should be firmed up pretty good now. And so we're going to go on to step 24. We've got 8 pieces to put on here. More of these pieces have kind of, how would you say, they're kind of washy locating places. I'm going to go ahead and glue them on. They're thin enough. I'm hoping that, you know, I'll be able to work everything out okay. But just to show you here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 springs will go on each side. And then we've got 2 here, and there'll be more places there. So we'll have 6 springs per side that'll hold this in place like this. And it kind of floats there. And there will be like links, like an independent suspension, that will go from the bottom of this to the tank. Okay, and everything will float here. The sprockets, or the drive sprockets, are at the rear. The return rollers are at the front. So when this is all put together, this will be sitting about like so. Okay. Interesting, very interesting design. So we're going to turn this over, and we've got 2 of these to put on. They go here. This is part of the link that goes to the bottom. Sound like somebody's in a hurry with their fireworks. It's illegal here to have fireworks that actually go up in the air or explode, and it doesn't even slow people down. They start shooting things off a week or better before the 4th of July weekend, and it just is kind of a problem all the way around. Okay, that goes there. I hope that's square enough. This has just a little bit of play. And if need be, I'll just sand a little nib off of there, and we'll get it just as close as we possibly can. Okay. And then we're going to do this one. Get it straight. Okay, that's those 2. And then we have 2 more here. And they're the same, A20 times 2. The last 2 were handed. Okay, and they go Let's see. Facing toward the front. It's getting more and more delicate as we go. So they'll go here. And it's starting to pick up. It was a real hot day today. I think it went to 93 or 94 Fahrenheit. What's that, like 32, 33 Celsius, something like that. Okay, that's not dropping into the holes correctly. There we go. At least that's got two holes, so it kind of locates it. These up here don't have but just one hole, so it can be kind of anywhere. On the Arizona, what I've tentatively put on my schedule, I'm going to start it on the 4th of July. I'll put my first video out on the 4th, and I'm really hoping I can have it done by December 7th. I think I can without any problem. Since it's my first ship, I'm not 100% sure of that, but I like those two dates, American Independence and then the date that it was sunk at Pearl Harbor. Okay, there's those four parts on. And then we've got four little parts here. Whoops, where'd it go? There it is. These go right here. They just are kind of a detail. I can get it to sit there. Looks to me like it's got two little pins for locating, but the front two pins are really close to a rivet detail. I may have to do a little adjusting to get that to all come together. There it goes. There's one. And let's see, that goes that way. This way. Get over here. It's supposed to go, it's got like some little bolt details, and they're supposed to go to this direction. If it'll cooperate with me. Well, let me go ahead and put a little glue on there, keep it in place. Huh, or fiddly. Okay, that's got those two. We got two more over here. The wind's really starting to blow out there. I thought it was just supposed to be partly cloudy today, but apparently it's going to be storming. And that one went well. Backwards. Backwards. Both directions. A little more on there. Okay. That completes step 24. Let's go ahead and do step 25. That's going to be really easy. It's just a matter of putting these on. And then I'll probably call it an end to this video. And we'll continue on soon. Make sure I do this right side up. It goes this way. There's a couple of holes missing. There's supposed to be a hole right here and right here, and there are none. Let's see. There are holes, or there is a place for a pin there. Yeah, there's two locating pins back here, but there's the one up there is gone, so I guess I'll go ahead and remove that and just rely on the glue. Okay. Let's see here. We'll do the same thing here. We'll lose that locating pin. I could have drilled the holes, but since there's already two places located, I think that's enough. Okay, that finishes step 25. We can mark that off. And this will set approximately, whoops, it'll set approximately here. When it's all said and done. Okay, I got a lot more pieces to add. I got all kinds of springs. I got lots and lots more suspension parts. We got lots and lots of road wheels. There's 8 road wheels per side. So I got 16 of those to put together. And a few more little details. There's all the springs. And of course, we've still got the we got all the tracks to put together. There's still an awful lot to do, but it shouldn't go too bad. There's more track parts. There's 36 links per side. I'll be putting out another video here real quick. I'd like to get this finished, or at least close to finished, before I start the Arizona. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'm having an awful lot of fun doing this. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying watching this. So we'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye.